The Art of the Honeypot, Episode 1, The 10 Commandments of Seduction. They call it the oldest trick in the book, but those who say that have never seen it done properly. Welcome, darling, to the Art of the Honeypot. I'm not your teacher. I'm your transformation. You're here because you want power, not just over hearts, but over decisions, information, borders, empires. That power lives in seduction. Let me show you how. Tonight, I'll give you the 10 commandments. Etch them onto your soul. Because in this game, forget one, and you die. 1. Be the fantasy. Never approach. Be approached. Be wanted before you arrive. 2. Control the temperature. Seduction is pacing, not pressure. 3. Mirror their craving. Become what they hunger for, then deepen the addiction. 4. Truth is overrated. Give enough honesty to lower their guard, then lie like silk. 5. Touch with intent. Every graze must have a purpose. Every kiss, a price. 6. Risk equals reward. Danger sharpens desire. Be unpredictable. 7. Never break character. Your mask is sacred, even in private. 8. Let them confess. Ask the right question, and they'll volunteer everything. 9. Exit before they blink. Never overstay. Leave them haunted. 10. You are the game. You don't play the honeypot. You are the honeypot. These are the principles, your armor, your weapons. Next time, we speak of eyes, because the right look can make a man betray his God. Lesson 1 begins soon. Prepare yourself, agent. The Art of the Honeypot. Episode 2. Voice like velvet, eyes like knives. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but in my world, they're the doorway to control. You've returned, agent. That's good. That means you're ready to learn the first real weapon in our arsenal, presentation. Let's start with the eyes. Eye contact is not a glance. It is a grip. You don't look at them. You hold them. Make them question what you see when you stare. Are you intrigued? Are you amused? Are you dangerous? Never blink unless you mean it. Seduction begins before you speak, so let your eyes do what fingers and lips will later confirm. Now, the voice. Your voice must feel like skin before touch, software calculated dangerous, like silk dragging across the neck. Speak slowly, never raise your voice. Command with volume control, not shouting. The secret is modulation, volume, tone, breath. You must learn to let silence punctuate like a blade. Let them lean in. Let them chase your next word. Practice tonight. Speak in front of a mirror. Don't smile unless it's a strategy. Don't blink unless you want submission. Lesson 1 was about principles. This is the first weapon, and now you know how to use it. Next time, we play mirror games. Prepare to become what they want most before they even know it. The Art of the Honeypot. Episode 3. Mirroring Desires. Lesson 2 was voice and gaze, but now we go deeper. Seduction is not about offering yourself. It's about becoming a reflection. Every human has a hidden hunger. Your job, agent, is to mirror it. Let's say your target craves validation. You give it in drops, just enough to hook them. You don't feed them. You starve them into wanting more. If they crave danger, you become the storm they never saw coming. Mirroring is mimicry with purpose. You listen for tone, posture, favourite phrases, then you echo, subtly, strategically. You become familiar, trusted, intoxicating. Once they see themselves in you, it's over. The mind bonds before the body ever does. You'll practice this in the wild, a bar, a market, anywhere. Mirror one stranger, posture, words, emotion. And when they notice, you smile and vanish. Because you, darling, are the weapon, the mirror, the fantasy. Next time, we touch, but not how you think. The Art of the Honeypot. Episode 4. The Touch Test. You've learned the gaze, the voice, the mirror. But now, we breach the skin. Touch is not affection. It is a trigger, a code, a weapon. Every grey sends a signal. Every brush has meaning. Your job is to control the voltage. Touch too soon, you're desperate. Too late, you're forgettable. You touch to test their temperature. Do they lean in, flinch, freeze? You calibrate your approach like a surgeon. There are 3 types of touches: the accidental, the anchored, the intentional. The accidental, a brush of fingers, a bump of shoulders. You pretend not to notice, but you watch their reaction. The anchored, you touch while talking, lightly, the forearm, the wrist, the back. You create familiarity. And the intentional, that's where the real work begins. That's when your touch becomes oxygen. When they crave it before they understand why. Your assignment, agent, touch without touching. Practice the gaze that makes skin burn. The voice that feels like fingertips. Next time, we weaponize fear, because danger, darling, is the ultimate perfume. The Art of the Honeypot. Episode 5. Danger is the perfume. You've felt the gaze, you've used your voice, you've touched. But tonight, we add the accelerant, danger. Desire and fear come from the same place in the brain. That trembling edge, that pulse-quickening thrill, that's your new playground. Let them associate you with adrenaline, with risk, not recklessness, agent. Precision. Let them think, just for a moment, that you're unstable, that you're unpredictable. And then comfort them, calm them, reassure them. That swing between fear and softness is what binds them to you like a spell. You don't want to be safe. You want to be unforgettable. Take them somewhere forbidden. Say something that crosses the line. Just barely. Show the edge, then tuck it away. Because when they're scared of losing control, and they choose to stay anyway, you own them. Your next exercise, break one rule, one social boundary, watch their reaction, feel their pulse shift. Next time, we open the heart and expose it, because vulnerability is just seduction in reverse. The Art of the Honeypot. Episode 6. The Vulnerability Trap. You've dangled danger, you've touched, mirrored, seduced. But now we draw them deeper. Vulnerability, the illusion of openness, the trap disguised as intimacy. People are hardwired to trust those who bleed first, so bleed a little. Share something broken, a regret, a scar, but only one that's rehearsed, weaponized and safe. Let them believe they're the only one who knows, that your armour has cracks, only for them. Then listen, wait, and when they open up in return, you memorise every detail. The vulnerability trap is not emotional manipulation, it's emotional engineering. You are not lying, you are selecting the truth that moves the pieces. You give them your shadow, so they hand you their light. Tonight's practice, reveal something small to someone close. Watch how they soften, watch what they offer in return. Next time, we change our skin, become someone else, entirely. The Art of the Honeypot, Episode 7, Costumes and Characters. Seduction isn't just a game of hearts, it's a theatre, and every great agent knows performance is persuasion. Tonight, we talk about transformation. You don't seduce as yourself, you seduce as who they need. That means wardrobe, posture, accent, diction, every detail curated for effect. Become the girl next door, or the dominatrix in the back of the room, the broken thing, the queen, the ghost. Change your voice, rewrite your eyes, walk differently, because the body tells the story long before the mouth does. You're not faking, you're flexing, identity is liquid, and tonight, you are whatever gets through their firewall. To them, you're a fantasy, but to you, this is just Tuesday. Assignment, create a character, backstory, accent, wardrobe. Use her for one conversation. Observe the result. Next time, we trade in secrets, and not all of them will be yours. The Art of the Honeypot, Episode 8, Secrets for Sale. You've learned how to become their fantasy. Now, it's time they give you something in return. Information, secrets, and they'll offer them willingly. Here's the truth. People don't need to be forced to confess. They only need to feel heard, seen, special. You start with something small, a question that feels innocent, their job, their dreams, their fears, and then you reward disclosure, a nod, a laugh, a touch, a whisper of your own secret. Give 20% truth, get 80% in return. That's the math of the honeypot. The more they talk, the deeper they go, and the deeper they go, the more they trust you. They won't even realise they've handed you the code, the passphrase, the motive, because you made it feel like foreplay. Tonight's assignment, have a conversation with a stranger, ask 3 questions that reveal who they are, then disappear. Next time, we disappear too, because exits are everything. The Art of the Honeypot, Episode 9, The Retreat Plan. Seduction is not about conquest, it's about control. And true control means knowing when to leave. Tonight, agent, we talk about exits. You don't vanish because you're scared. You vanish because the effect lasts longer than your presence. You must never be too available, never too eager. Your mystery is your currency. The retreat plan is your final move, but it's not goodbye, it's the echo. You leave the scent, the message, the impression that you were never fully real to begin with. You exit on your terms, in silence, with no loose threads, no apologies. And if they chase, that's the trap resetting itself. Disappear just as they realise they need you most. Tonight's practice, step back from one connection, no explanation, just space, observe what follows. Next time, we lie flawlessly, the art of the honeypot. Episode 10. One of us always lies. You've played the part, you've controlled the pace, you've taken their secrets and left none behind. But if you truly want to master seduction, you must master deception. Every honeypot lies, but the best ones lie without ever being caught. Your lies must breathe like truths, no hesitation, no guilt, just silk. You never lie about what doesn't matter. You lie about the asterisk frame. You shift reality. You rewrite it, one whisper at a time. And if you're caught, you don't deny. You pivot, redirect, blur the edges, because the greatest liars tell stories you want to believe. Final assignment, craft a story, a lie so beautiful they want it to be true, and tell it without flinching, because the truth is overrated and desire is always vulnerable to illusion. You've made it to the end of the manual, agent, but the real training begins now. The Art of the Honeypot, Episode 11, the last lesson. This is the end of the beginning. You've learned the eyes, the voice, the mirror, the lie, the touch, the exit. But before I leave you, before I hand you to the next voice who will shape you, I'll give you one last truth. Seduction was never about beauty, or curves, or cleverness. It's about control, of perception, of breath, of time. You slow the world down until you become its center. You make them forget what they were doing before you appeared, and ache when you're gone. Don't be sweet, be addictive. Don't be nice, be unforgettable. Don't chase, let them crawl. And when they think they've caught you, you dissolve between their fingers. This was only season 1, agent. Next, they'll teach you how to break hearts without blinking. Hassle to ruin kings and or queens and walk away clean. But for now, take what I've given you, wear it like perfume. And remember, you don't play the honeypot, you are the honeypot. You've completed season 1 of The Art of the Honeypot. New missions, coming soon. Happy hunting, agent.